The new autocannon mech is here, and while it's fun, man is it flawed. But I wouldn't say it's as flawed as the plasma purifier or plasma punisher, because both of those are flawed. This one's more of a minor flaw, because it's more about how mechs are handled as stratagems and how autocannons work. Now, like I said, this mech is fun, great fun. I'd say it's more fun than the other mech, the first one we got with the rocket and minigun. But this will only last until the free EXOSUIT is gone. Once that's gone, you'll rarely see this thing. And since they don't spawn in the wild, it's going to be even more or less used. And the main problem with that is, like I said, because of how mechs work. For some reason, with mechs, you only get 2 uses, and each use is 10-minute cooldown. And let's say you get in a fight as soon as you call it in. It's only gonna last maybe 2-3 minutes. You have 7 minutes of a stratagem you can't use now. The next longest thing to that is the laser and backpacks, which you can go pick up your backpack if you happen to die. But once you're out of ammo or that mech explodes, you're cooked. Once you throw the laser out of your hand, it's gonna go find something to shoot if there's something in the vicinity. The same can't be said about mechs. And that's why nobody uses them, because they take too long to come back and don't provide the same amount of value as everything else in the game. And that leads us perfectly into the next topic, which is how autocannons work. So as it goes, there's now 3 autocannons usable in the game. You have the shoulder-mounted autocannon, obviously the mech, and the sentry. Now, only 2 of those can take out Bile Titans. Well, 3 technically, but the shoulder-mounted isn't that good at it. So you're left with the other 2, which is the sentry and the mech, okay? Now, the sentry has a cooldown of 162 seconds and also has the ability to kill targets without me needing to be there. So the question is, why would I use this if I could just use the sentry, which also happens to kill Bile Titans way easier and quicker than the mech does? Just take a look at these clips, for example. We'll start with the mech. What's going on with this motherfucker? Bro's tweaking out. Bro, I'm about to be out of ammo, and this thing doesn't die. Okay, well, I'm out of ammo.
Dropping a pin. Northeast, 200 meters.
Okay, yeah, no, this thing is ass. Nah, this thing sucks. I'm convinced. Whatever's on this damn motherfucker right here. Okay, it didn't even shoot it. Shot him in the ass. I mean, those are face shots.
You have been a stalwart line of
That takes a lot of shots, but maybe I've been missing this whole time. Shoot there so that it turns around. Dog. That's... We got 70 shots left. There we go. Bro. Jesus Christ. I lit those Bile Titans up like a fucking Christmas tree, and they still didn't die. Granted, in that last clip, I did miss a bit, but the other ones, I barely missed, and they still was just tanking shots like it was nothing. But that's fine, because watch how the autocannon sentry does it. Autocannon sentry, let's go. Do good damage.
Bug tunnel breach.
That's way better than the fucking, what's the name?
Requesting air support.
That's kind of sad. I'm sure all of us can agree that the autocannon sentry does a way better job of killing Bile Titan than the mech does. And I want to preface that this is also the same for chargers. It's a night and day difference. I'd much rather run the autocannon sentry over running the mech, because not only, as I said before, I don't have to control it myself like I would with the shoulder mounted autocannon or the mech, but it also kill the target quicker than I would have. And it's on a short cooldown. There's no beating that, to be honest. And that's because of how autocannons work. You see, the shoulder-mounted autocannon and the sentry autocannon have different power levels. The sentry autocannon is at the power of the sun, and the shoulder-mounted is the power of a pebble. The sentry, as we saw, can shoot the face of a Bile Titan. If you tried that with the shoulder-mounted, it would just bounce off. The only way to kill a Bile Titan with that one is to shoot the sack repeatedly until its ass gets blown off, which is wildly inefficient, which is why nobody does it. Now, the mech doesn't have this problem. In fact, it has the same armor pin that the sentry does, but it does less damage than the sentry does. For this reason, I have not a clue, but that's what they decided to do. And the only way to make the mech comparable to the sentry is to change the damage and the cooldown, which could possibly happen if the former CEO notices this problem, and if not, well, then we'll just continue to keep using the autocannon sentry instead of autocannon mech, unless we just want to get goofy and have fun with that. But if I'm going to be honest, I really doubt that's going to happen, considering I don't see any, before today, I haven't seen anybody in a mech. That was like finding a 4-leaf clover on the moon. Now, obviously, I hope that this will be used. I know I'm going to use it from time to time, but that's because I like to get wacky and goofy sometimes. But most people aren't like that. At the end of the day, it's a PvE game. People are going to use what's the best to use. That's just how it goes. Now, if everything's good, everything gets used. But everything ain't good, so everything don't get used. Philosophy or some shit. But that's enough beating a dead horse. Y'all get the point. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and be on the lookout for the Plasma Purifier and Plasma Punisher videos, because I'm going to explain how to fix those weapons. And it's going to bring fun back to this game. I got something cooked up. Be on the lookout. One of them should come out within a couple days.